Hello everyone, this is me, the Metaverse Explorer. I'm back again on the 27th of July to update you on what's happened in crypto overnight. There's been a few stories, but first off, thank you very much to Mr. Pepe for always dancing in the bear market and keeping us entertained. We love your work. Ciao for now. All right, so let's get to it. The first article that we're going to talk about is US senators that propose a bill to exempt crypto transactions under $50 from taxation. Now, this is, I don't know how I actually feel about this because they want to tax people on crypto, right? But they want to also spur innovation and spur growth. So how do you do that? You can tax the really rich people and still get revenue because you're not going to, like taxing people on the little $50 transaction, that's not going to be much, right? They're going to get a lot of money by tax if you tax the rich people and using huge amounts of and sums of money. So they're trying to say, if it's under $50, you can go ahead and use it freely, and then we won't end up taxing you so that more people will end up feeling comfortable with it and trying to use it. So it's a tax exemption on crypto under $50 only. And this is brought by Senators Patrick Toomey and Kristen Sinema. We've heard of these guys already in American politics. And I actually feel like a lot of crypto is really American politics based. But guys, remember, crypto is worldwide. You can still use all crypto no matter which geographical location you are. So if passed, the crypto users it unburdens crypto users from reporting digital assets below the threshold amount, which is $50. While digital currencies have the potential to become an ordinary part of Americans' everyday lives, our current tax code stands in the way. US and their taxes. Now remember, the way the government makes money is to tax stuff. If they can't find anything to tax, the US government makes no money, and then the US government can't pay back its debt. But everyone else who's rich knows how to avoid taxes. Not to not pay their taxes, which is illegal. They know how to avoid it. And avoiding taxes is like the bread and butter of any rich person, right? And it's just how to secure your wealth because the government just takes away your tax. Think about it. Every time you earn your paycheck, the government takes a cut out of it. You go and buy something at the shops, there's a GST or a GEG tax on purchasing that item. You go and buy stocks, and that stocks goes up in value. That's a capital gains tax. They're going to be like, oh, you made money again. We're going to tax you again. So even if they taxed you already on the income you earned by working, and you go and invest that, or in a house, you go and sell that house again, and you end up getting taxed again. So tax is everywhere, right? That's how the government has to make money. They always have to take a little bit off the top from you. And rich people just know how to avoid tax, not evade tax, avoid. The Coin Center CEO Jerry said this would open up cryptocurrency payments to retail, subscription services, and microtransactions. Now, this is very important. A lot of crypto, right? They're very large transactions, most of them. This would really open the door to microtransactions, like paying 50 cents to read an article, or even paying like your Netflix subscription in crypto or in stablecoin or in USDC. All of these things can be enabled on the crypto networks that we use today. Like think about Solana. You'll be able to pay for Netflix on Solana using Solana Pay, hopefully. That's really what I'm looking for. Next up I want to talk about is FTX itself. So FTX, I know you guys know Sam Bankman-Fried has one of the smartest, largest capitalized groups in crypto. Now, FTX is now holding discussions to maybe acquire a crypto exchange, Bithump. Now, Bithump have been one of the biggest South Korean crypto exchanges. FTX has been on a journey to try and acquire so many exchanges, right? And so many people that have been distressed because of the 3AC and the Luna collapse. So FTX is accelerating its acquisition spree with plans to acquire South Korean-based Bithump. Talks have already been held on the possible sale. So talks have been held. I'm sure there's lots more talks going around in the industry, and FTX trying to buy up little small companies and bring it under its wing. Okay, it's like more of a user acquisition. Notably, if the acquisition materializes, FTX is considering different options, including a full takeover of Bithump or joint management of the exchange. Now, there's different types of buying someone outright. We could see with the BlockFi acquisition, where BlockFi is still BlockFi, but all of their users are really like on FTX. And then we saw before FTX also bought Liquid, and Liquid was a prominent exchange in Japan. So this allows FTX to now offer their same services to all the Liquid exchange users in Japan. Like they get a little foothold in it. Okay, there is opposition to FTX's entry into South Korea. This is from who is this from? The possible purchase of Bithumb comes when South Korea is actually tightening crypto regulations at the moment. This is mainly because of the Terra Luna collapse, as you can see here. People are saying there's no reason for FTX to enter the crypto market with the financial authorities tightening it. This is recently highlighted by a government raid on major South Korean exchanges as part of the widening investigation into the collapse of Terra, or the Luna ecosystem. Now, that was a huge mess up that has caused so much drama within the crypto market and in South Korea, because Terra Luna was actually based in South Korea. So what basically happened, they lost a whole bunch of money, lost a whole bunch of important people's money, and so the government doesn't like that. And so we're going to tighten it and make sure it's a bit safer for people to exchange here. We know that Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX have been, and Alameda Research as well, have been really interested in rescuing several entities to maneuver the stormy waters, because people don't have money now. Like, liquidity is super hard to come by now. If you can get it, people would probably take it. So we saw BlockFi at a maximum price of 240 million. That's what FTX was going to buy them for, even though the amount is significantly lower than the company's previous $4.8 billion valuation. This is literally pennies on the dollar that FTX is buying this. But you know what? This makes me very bullish on FTX, because it means they know what they're doing. They're not going to pay 4.8 billion. They'll pay 240 and get away with a nice company with a giant market share already. Remember, also FTX reached out to acquire Japanese Liquid, and also they have recently offered Voyager Digital a loan to try and give them some liquidity. But I think the deal with Voyager Digital was that Voyager Digital would be able to allow their customers to withdraw, but they would only be able to withdraw onto the FTX exchange, where they would still be able to sell their assets. Basically, they're trying to collect all the trading fees, all the user acquisition, trying to get users into the FTX ecosystem. All right, let's move on. Now, there is another article here. Cardano, according to Santiment, is said to be the most developed asset in crypto. Now, that's really hard to quantify, right? How do you actually say which one is the most developed? According to this, they're actually looking at meaningful GitHub activities. Now, GitHub is a platform for programmers to build programs on top of each other. So, like, you can see someone's built this, you can go and copy that code, use that code, build something else on top of that code, and put it back into GitHub, and then everyone else can see it as well. That's how most of crypto is being built around. Now, according to the Santiment as well, they're saying GitHub activity, Cardano had the most, followed closely by Flow, Polkadot, Kusama, and Ethereum. Now, where is Solana? I don't know why Solana is actually not on here, because Solana has one of the most active developer communities, and we saw the GitHub repos that Solana, I've seen different graphs that say Solana has one of the prominent behind Ethereum. I didn't know about Cardano. Now, the thing is, you can actually simulate some of these developer activities, right? Because all it is like an active GitHub commitment. But people are also saying that if you can simulate this, then there's not really a good enough incentive to do this, because the people who are buying the assets, the people who are creating the code, can actually tell if these GitHub repos are actually of good value or not. Okay, so you won't be able to fool those guys. You might be able to fool someone like watching on YouTube who doesn't know about GitHub at all, and just say, oh, there's lots of developer activity, but you'll be able to fool those. But the people who actually have money to invest, you will not be able to get those. Faking dev activity will be quite obvious for someone that checks the public GitHub repo, and will compromise the project a lot. All right, let's move on. Institutional investors turn bullish on BTC, ETH, and Cardano as the inflows grow. What inflows basically means is that there's more money being allocated to these assets, okay? 27 million in inflows last week alone. That's 1 week, okay? 334 million in the prior week. The bets have been focused on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana. These four, seem to be shaping up to be the top layers, right? The best assets in crypto at the moment. No one's really meddling with altcoins at the moment. Where is all this inflows coming from? It's actually coming from and going to Switzerland in the past week, with 16 million being invested in the country. Now, someone commented on Ethereum's inflows, and they said the inflows mark the largest single week of inflows since June 21 and imply a turning point in sentiment after 11-week run of outflows. We've seen for the last 11 weeks a lot of money being flowing out of the crypto ecosystem, and this allows the price to go down because it seems like it's going down on the trend, like people are taking the money out. But now we've stopped going down, and now we're starting to go that way. We're starting to go up. Okay, that's because there's more money coming in. Investors feel more confident that the recovery is now slowly starting to go. Now, Solana is one of my biggest holdings at the moment. Solana-based products have seen flows of $112 million, while ADA, which is Cardano, products have seen $30 million of inflows. So even if we're in the bear market, there's still money flowing, okay? You just got to look, where is the money flowing to? Where is the GitHub repo flowing to? And then you can come to a good enough conclusion to say, oh, these guys have people still coming to them. Now, I just saw this article, which was interesting. As a new country that's ready for Bitcoin mining, and the doors are officially opening. And this is Armenia, okay? A new ECOS data center with capacity of 60 megawatts has been launched in Armenia. You never would have thought about it, right? Full state report for the economic zone provides unique benefits and affordable electricity for mining. Basically, what this is they've created an economic zone in Armenia that say you can come innovate in digital technologies, come and mine Bitcoin. We don't mind. We're going to provide you incentives to do this. So far, 250,000 users that use cloud mining and hosting services worldwide have come to that spot. Okay, the new plot can accommodate 20,000 mining devices on an area of 2.2 hectares with the potential to expand to additional 200 megawatts. Temperature is really good, which allows the place to spur on, because so when you mine Bitcoin, right, or you have a data center, it creates a lot of heat. And sometimes you have to get rid of that heat or reduce that heat. But in this sense, they're saying that temperature is really good in that location, so it eliminates any problems you have with overheating. There was something else I did mention here. It's really good. You can see they're helping the industry by establishing that safe zone, that economic zone. 0% income tax, 0% VAT, 0 import, 0 property and real estate taxes for the next 25 years, which allows anyone who's going there to do anything to get the maximum benefit they can out of it. That's crazy. Like, think about that. No taxes. Whatever you do, no tax. You can buy low, sell high, make all the money you want. Now, the Ukrainian minister, he reiterates that crypto is an essential tool in the country's defense. My God, like we've seen that Ukraine was previously asking for some international aid from people, and they were able to send crypto to a Ukrainian address, okay? And some of these Ukrainian addresses you could see were going to buy food, going to buy resources for their people. This was the Prime Minister on digital transformation, Alex Bornyakov, emphasizing in a tweet posted on 26 July. This is his tweet, ladies and gentlemen. Despite the bear market, crypto has become an essential tool of Ukraine's defense against Russia, right? Providing flexibility and speed that literally saved our soldiers' lives. Every crypto winter leads to a crypto spring, but the industry is here to stay. Now, think about it this way. You are a country, you are struggling. No one is going to send you fiat currency because the banks have been bombed or banks have been taken over by an invading nation. However, you still have internet. You can still receive Bitcoin or Ethereum transactions. That is super powerful. No one can stop those transactions. America cannot click a button and say, oh, we don't like you guys. We're going to stop sending you. We're going to stop allowing people to send you money. That's the beauty of the blockchain, right? No one can stop you from sending anything. And that's what makes it really, really powerful, okay? So previously, the Ukraine on the 24th of Feb used social media to ask for crypto donations, and since the European nation has rallied on crypto as a tool for raising and securing funds. That's great news. I'm super happy that this was a positive thing for crypto, right? No one really talks about it. A country was in distress, and they weren't able to get any funds internationally, and Bitcoin and the blockchain network was able to allow this, to facilitate this. And it's not really talked about enough, in my opinion. Second last thing, I want to follow on with some action for you, because I want to tell you to go and use Pull Together. Pull Together is like a protocol that has lots of different chains that it works on at the moment. How it works is that you have this protocol here. You deposit into it. You deposit your stablecoin USDC. That stablecoin usually goes to a money market, such as Aave or Curve or some of these other money markets. Those assets that earn an interest there, you can win them on Pool Together. So after a certain amount of time, like every day or every week or every month, you can come back and check if you've won one of these prizes. So the prizes really range from, let's see the prizes actually. Let's see the prize tiers. So first off, it's 49 prizes every single day. So the first prize, if you end up winning first prize, you get 1,420. If you're one of the 48 second tier prizes, you get $69. But so that's only the prizes you win, right? According to the interest that's being accrued. So the interest accrues, one of you will win the prize. On top of this, they're doing the same thing on Optimism. Optimism is one of the new layer 2 tokens that have been launched on Ethereum, layer 2 networks, and it has its own token, which is the OP token. They're basically helping you and onboard new users into Optimism by allowing you to earn the usual prizes as well as earn the OP rewards, which is 9.92% at the moment. So you can get these are like the if you win, right? It's 4.62% as incentive to deposit, and then you get 9.92, nearly 10% on top as Optimism tokens. Now, what this does for the Optimism token price, I'm not too sure. Of course, supply versus demand. If there's too much supply, the demand is going to go lower, and the price is going to go lower. All right, so that's my action for you today. Go and deposit on Pool Together. Lastly, I want to cover some crypto fundraising in the last 30 days. Now, I specifically keep an eye on FTX and Alameda. I think they are incredibly well positioned. I'm super cashed up at the moment, so I take heavy notice of anything. What did I find out recently? Aptos. Aptos is a layer 1 at the moment. They raised $150 million. Jump Crypto, which is one of the biggest VC firms in crypto, FTX, Apollo Management. That's all I needed to see. If I see Jump and FTX getting onto it, I'm interested in this, because guess what? FTX is an exchange. They do have IEOs, okay, initial exchange offerings. If a new crypto is starting up and they're invested in them, it's very, very likely that they are going to be doing an IEO on FTX. Let's go ahead and look a little bit at it first. So it's an infrastructure play. It's a layer 1. It was a series A. So it's not a seed round. It was just a series A. They've already had their seed round before. Building the safest and most scalable layer 1 blockchain. Let's go ahead and look at their website, shall we? Developing Aptos. Their Devenet is actually live, okay? You can go to their GitHub, you can look at their documentation, join their Discord, and look at their Explorer. I actually quickly want to see their Explorer, but before then, who's actually building on Aptos at the moment? Anchorage, which is like a custody solution, I think it is. NodeReal, don't know them. BNB chain is exceptional because that's a Binance chain, Binance itself, and CZ. Coinbase, absolutely, which means they might be going onto Coinbase. LivePeer, which is kind of like a video sharing platform. Moonclave, PayMagic, Paxos, that's behind the stablecoin PaxG, and also BNB is so BUSD is a Paxos stablecoin. Rarible, which is an NFT marketplace, and Streaming Fast. Not sure what that is. That might be a streaming platform. So this is their Explorer, right? So it's not very clear cut as a UI, but this is the beginning of it, right? Love the dark theme. All right, so let's go and see if we can see any transactions, right? Let's look here. And so you can see the timestamp, the type of transaction it was, what version it was, not sure, and how much gas was used. I don't want to see any of these zeros. Let's see something that used some gas. This was a user transaction, user interaction. Let's go ahead and see. And so this is the sender's address, which is from here. Sequence number, which I assume is like the block number. And then this is the hash number, possibly. I wonder if I can actually interpret any of this, because this is all still in the data section. Like, it's not really human readable yet. They haven't made it much nicer at the moment. So we do know that the virtual machine status is execution was successful. So they went ahead, like they probably sent a transaction or interacted with a contract or something, and then it was actually successful. Now I wonder if I can actually see the sender's main address. So this account, test coin value. He's got 9,909. Oh man, he's got so much test coins. This is Devenet, right? This is not mainnet. Now I wonder how I can actually interact with this, because I want to try this wallet myself. They do have a Teams page. Hopefully we can see that, and what careers they're looking for at the moment. So this is Aptos Layer 1. They have a lot of team members. Ah, nice. Nice. And any careers they're looking, oh, they are hiring well, man. They are using that money pretty well. They have a growth product manager, product manager for gaming, media, entertainment, social networks, DeFi, and trade. So it seems like they're going in all three. They're actually going for DeFi, gaming, media, and social networks. That's awesome. That's really, really awesome, right? Oh man, I'm excited for this. And maybe, some of these guys might need talent, general applications for talent. I'm thinking I should start applying for some of these projects and just help them out as well. But I can't do much except videos. All right, that's it, guys. That's MetaVerse Explorer for now. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. Thank you, Mr. Pepe, for your always dancing for us. All right, ciao. Bye for now.